Good morning, everybody. How are you today? I just got back in from New York City. And those of you who are here on the Gold Bagel Member Show, you know that I was just in New York a few minutes ago. We're back now. It's all good. We're doing fine. How's everyone this morning? Welcome to the party, pal. It's Friday today, March the 24th. We are under pressure this morning in the markets. A number of things going on out there. The Dow's off 336 points right now. The S&P is off 34. The Nasdaq down 73. Oil getting hit down 240 a barrel. 67.55 is what oil is doing in Texas. So oil is taking another hit today because of banking issues that keep coming to the surface and keep circulating and just aren't going away. And this morning, we are watching markets in Europe taking a good hit, down 2% plus per market. Germany, the UK, France, rioting in France and demonstrations in France is not ending, even though President Macron has decreed the pension eligibility age to go from 62 to 64, retirement. This is not sitting well with the folks in France as a whole, and more people are striking. Garbage has not been collected in Paris now for about 2 weeks, and the rioters have figured out, why don't we burn the garbage in the streets and create all kinds of havoc? And so now there's a fire hazard, and there's all kinds of other health issues, and on it goes. Do not go on a holiday right now to Paris. If you asking me for advice as to where to travel, I would not go to France right now entirely. Actually, it's quite a mess. There's that issue. In Germany now, we have reports coming out of investors that are concerned about the health of Deutsche Bank. Now, that's the number 2 size bank in Germany, if I recall. I think Commerzbank is number 1, Deutsche number 2. Before I went live, starting January 2021 with you guys, back in 2020, 19, and 18, in those years, Deutsche Bank was having problems, and they were reorganizing themselves, and they were changing management and focus and cleaning up bad bets and recovering from the meltdown of 2008 and 9. A lot of Americans don't understand that the economic meltdown that happened in 08, 09 wasn't just in America. It was a global problem, including Germany. But it took a good decade for a lot of banks to kind of get through it all. And Deutsche Bank had to go through a lot of write-downs and reorganizations. But they got their act together and made themselves solvent again, or much more solvent in the eyes of the world. They were able to raise capital, and they were able to, get rid of bad loans and all this crap. And so it's been relatively quiet at Deutsche Bank now for a couple of years, thankfully quiet, because we haven't heard the kind of stuff we used to hear coming out of there. But then the Credit Suisse thing picked up 2 weeks ago and ultimately led to it being taken over last weekend by the Swiss government through UBS. And so the Credit Suisse thing has upset the apple cart all over Europe, because investors over there are going, wait a minute, hey, hold it a second. If we can have the Swiss step in to save its number 2 bank, which was unthinkable, 167-year-old bank had to be taken over. Well, how solid are our banks in our countries? Because the Swiss are the king of banking. These guys are the leaders when it comes to, we thought, stable banking systems. And these people had to scramble over one weekend to salvage a huge mess. What's up with Deutsche Bank? And all of a sudden now there are investors worried about Deutsche Bank again. And the German government does not need any questions being asked about the stability and financial power of Deutsche Bank or any of its banks. And so there will be, and if there hasn't been, there already are moves being made, I am sure, behind the scenes to look after whatever capital requirements are required, no matter what. without even any media exposure required to raise the issue. But where there's smoke, there's fire. And where there is nervousness, it spreads. And when it comes to banking, today, banking is as quick as stock trading. You just need one of these to move millions of dollars. Billions of dollars can be moved using these now. Whereas before, these used to be telephones. They're not telephones anymore. These are instruments of mass economic destruction or wealth, depending on how you play it. So there's concern about this bank, and Germany's stocks are under pressure. France, with its issues, the King of England, King Charles, is not going over to France to visit Macron right now. That's been postponed. That trip was coming up this week. That's all been put off. So France is in turmoil. Germany is looking at things, wondering. Britain is in complete disarray with Brexit and everything else. Britain is a basket case. And we got ourselves some problems over there. This is spreading to the United States. And that is why the Dow is off 324 points this morning, because of outside issues that are now reverberating back to America. Ever since SVB Bank went bust with Signature Bank and the Fed stepped in to solve it, to save it, to guarantee depositors their money. Ever since that was done, everyone thought at the beginning that'll solve it. It'll go back to normal. There's nothing to see here. The blood on the street, we'll just wipe it away. It'll be fine. No. Now the rumors are spreading that there are others. And now we're beginning to see bank failures and bank issues in other jurisdictions, including Switzerland, of all places. Switzerland, playoffs. Oh my gosh. So now Germany, with banking problems in Germany, the number one economy in Europe. Are you kidding me? We already know bank problems in China have been persisting for years. China is a complete basket case when it comes to economics, because it's all run by the goons over at the Communist Party, and the transparency is non-existent. So we're all guessing how bad off China is, and we know China is in a real mess. Now Germany, France, Switzerland, the United States. Hey, if these countries are having banking problems, what about the third world? What about all the other 200 countries of the planet? I mean, if the leaders of the G8 are having banking problems, do you think that there might be more to this? And why is it that the President of the United States and the chairman, the head of the Treasury, Janet Yellen, and the head of the Fed, Mr. Powell, and other officials have to constantly say, the banking system is fine. There's no problem with the banking system. All is well. Just like Kevin Bacon says in Animal House, all is well, as the stampeding hordes are going the other direction. People are selling first, asking questions later, is what's going on in the stock market, and when it comes to withdrawing their money from some of these institutions. That's what's going on. Now, how do you stop this? How do you put an end to this nonsense? Simple. All Janet Yellen has to do with Mr. Powell and the President of the United States is just make an announcement that in the United States, every depositor in the U.S. through U.S. banks are protected with insurance, and that no one would lose a dime no matter what happened to any of these banks. Just like the depositors at SVB, Silicon Valley Bank, and the depositors at Signature Bank, they were guaranteed all their money, and they've been able to access it, no problem whatsoever. The problem, of course, is that at SVB Bank, all the clients of Silicon Valley Bank, the innocent clients that got caught up in their mess, now don't have bankers to bank with anymore. Their bankers have been let go, or are no longer working as SVB. And so they have to go to find another bank to deal with. Well, which bank do you go to in the middle of this turmoil? Because your funds are guaranteed at SVB, unlimited. Are you going to take $5 million of your SVB money out, or 50 million or 200 million, and move it to bank number whatever that only has $250,000 of protection? Why would you leave SVB? Now think about that. SVB's depositors are guaranteed unlimited. All other banks are not. A Signature Bank is also guaranteed unlimited, but that's it. So if you put your money into Bank of America, you don't have unlimited guarantees there. You have $250,000. Why would I move my money to Bank of America if SVB, even though it's insolvent, is protected by the federal government, unlimited? The government of the United States and Janet Yellen and Powell, the president of the United States, they could easily come out and say all depositors for all U.S. banks that are regulated by the Fed and the Treasury are covered, unlimited protection. That would calm everything down from that number one source of angst. Now, the Germans have to do what the Germans have to do, the Europeans for all of their banks, and the Brits and the Canadians, you all have to do your own thing. But if America were to step up and say all depositors are guaranteed their money by the United States people, the government of the United States, the power of the United States Treasury and Federal Reserve, that would calm things down dramatically. That would take a whole lot of uncertainty off the table, but it's not happening. Why isn't this going on? Now, in theory, the Fed and the Treasury can, under emergency measures, do that. They can do that, like they did with SVB and Signature. They guaranteed depositors their money because it wasn't the depositors that caused SVB to go bankrupt. It was the management of SVB, Signature Bank. They're the ones who ultimately were the reason why these banks were in trouble. What they invested their depositors' money into was U.S. Treasuries, but the U.S. Treasuries dropped in value because U.S. rates went up. And the value drop caused SVB to have to write down about $1.8 billion in losses of depositors' money in the markets. And SVB, the people who own the stock in SVB, the investors of SVB, not the depositors, the investors of SVB, should have come to the table and said, here's $5 billion additional cash to fund up the value of the bank to cover the shortfall. But they didn't. And SVB couldn't find enough money to short itself up fast enough to avoid the withdrawals being made with these devices around the world. $40 billion of withdrawals in 24 hours sunk SVB. Because now they had to raise another $40 billion in cash to cover the withdrawals, which means selling bonds at a loss to add another $4 billion in losses to the books. The bank was broke. And nobody was stepping up to backstop the bank. So the government stepped in, took it over. Depositors are not the problem. The depositors are the innocent victims of when a bank does go under. And this is why the Fed steps in with $250,000 of protection, because 99% of people, individual people, don't have more than $250,000 in a bank. A lot of people out there who have $2 million have 8 bank accounts. They spread they go only maximum $250,000. This is another issue that has to be addressed, because this $250,000 limit was established 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Inflation adjusted, it should be now over $1 million. Over at SoFi, they've taken the initiative to say everyone here is covered for $2 million automatically. We don't do the $250,000 rule. Yeah, the first $250,000 is guaranteed by the government. We have insurance in place for all of our depositors up to $2 million per person, per entity, per account. This has calmed things down at SoFi dramatically. That's why there's not a run on SoFi stock anymore. People are now thinking, I should buy this stuff. These guys at SoFi, they got their act together. And so yesterday the stock went up 22 cents to 5.78. Right in the moment, they're down 12 cents this morning because the market is off. But as SoFi is not a problem child banker whatsoever. The problem childs right now are other banks with $250,000 protection that haven't raised their protection any higher. And the perception is the parlor game being played is, well, I got money in 10 different banks. Which bank should I keep my money in, and which bank should I move my money to? Where should I get out of, and where should I go with it? This is the uncertainty that the United States Treasury and the Federal Reserve does not need right now. We don't need this uncertainty. Well, this is the problem. When the The parlor game is, well, is Pacific Western in trouble? Is this company in trouble? Is this bank in trouble? That bank in trouble? Which one's the next one to go? Because that's the game being played by stock investors right now. What about this bank we're talking about here, First Republic? What about FRC? Is First Republic in big trouble? They're $12 a share, down 52 cents this morning. The high for the year, $174. It's trading at $12.01. How much would you like? This is a parlor game that shouldn't be going on right now, but it is. And so speculators are speculating because that's what they do. Insurance companies are demanding huge premiums because that's what they can do. And the depositors are the innocent victims going, where do I leave my money? Where's my money safe right now? And the top 5 banks is where they're headed. And a number of investors are putting their money, or depositors are putting some of their money in SoFi, especially individuals. Individuals with $50,000 at bank so-and-so are moving their $50,000 to SoFi because SoFi has $2 million of insurance, not just $250,000. And they've only got 50 grand, and they want 40 times their money insured 40 times over. They want up to $2 million up there just in case. I don't know in case what. They're going to win a lottery and turn 50 into 2 million. I don't know. That's the mentality of depositors. Can't blame them. They're not getting any reassurance from the government. The reassurance the government is giving is just not good enough anymore. When the president goes behind the microphone and says all is well, half the country doesn't believe him because he's not from their party. And the other half are not sure to believe him because they're seeing bankruptcies of banks happening. And so now only a quarter of the country believes what he says. And you got 3/4 of the country going, I either don't believe a word from this guy or I'm not so sure. That creates panic in the investment business. And when you have that in the stock market business going on, you have stocks going down in value. And when you have stocks going down in value, there's one person you want to be. And there's one kind of investor you want to be in this market right now. Can anyone guess what it is? An option writer. You want to be an option writer. It's the way to protect yourself against the downside of this market and a way to enhance revenue into your pocketbook. No question about it. Option writing is the way to go to protect yourself against these ridiculous swings in the market for whatever reason they're doing what they're doing, justified or not, it doesn't matter. When the attitude out there and the mentality of investors is sell first, ask questions later, you want to be an option writer. You absolutely want to be writing calls against your assets to protect them and to give yourself this added income if nothing big has happened at all. If it's a nothing burger in the end, you want to be an option writer right now. And so those of you out there who have taken your GameStop shares in the last couple of days, you've listened to my advice and you've said to yourselves, I'm going to do what he's talking about. I'm going to roll up my contracts. I have 15s, I'm rolling up to 18s, or I've got 18s, I'm rolling up to 20s. I wrote 19s and 20s, I'm rolling up to 22, 23. If you've taken my advice a day or two ago, you're already smiling ear to ear about how things are going for you, because you've noticed the shares could reach $27 for like a minute and then hang around 25 to 27 for half a day, then hang around 23 to 25 for a little bit, then hang around 22, 24, and now at 22.35 on GameStop. Just GameStop. Tesla in the last couple of days has given you interesting vibes and interesting moves, and we've seen that the shares of Tesla go from the 200 level back now to the 190-ish level. All kinds of fun in the sun here. You do not have to fear the upside on Tesla at all. That is what I'm saying there. Those of you who've written 210s, 215s, 220s, you're now watching your stock this morning in the pre-market around this 190 neighborhood or something like that. And you're thinking, oh, it doesn't look like it's going to go to 220 on me at all moment. It's 189.79. How much lower can the stock go? Another $15, $20 of downside on Tesla is easily attainable. We could be 170 a share anytime today or tomorrow. Tuesday, Wednesday next week, 165, 170 would be a nothing burger for Tesla. Nothing burger. But it would be a big burger for those of you who've written 200s, 210s, 215s, 220s. Yeah, big burger is right. And those of you who've written Teslas, all the way out to 2024 or whatever, you are watching those option chains and you are thinking, I am waiting for the moment where I can buy back my call that I rolled over way up to here for a way lot less. And I'm now going to write a new call closer in time, closer in premium, because it's payback time for daddy. Yes, it is payback time for mommy and daddy. Here we go. Giddy up, kids. GameStop, same thing. Look, if this GameStop wants to do 19, 20 bucks in the next day or two, there are some of you out there, I am certain, who rolled into calls where you received $5, $7, $9, $10 in premiums, $12 in premiums, depending on what contracts you wrote. Some of you guys wrote 12.50s, some of you wrote 15s on purpose, deep in the monies, for further out to sit back and buy back at a nice discount. You're going to have the opportunity to buy back calls and rewrite new calls closer in time for more money. And this is a nice little cash injection coming your way. Congratulations to all of you who are on top of this market. You're on top of this option trading market. You are taking advantage of swings in this market to make it work for you. You built up your strike levels. You raised your strike levels. You went out in time to get it, to do it. You brought in extra cash. You've got the powder sitting there, and now you're getting ready to buy back and rewrite lower and closer in. This is the name of the game here. You just get richer each time you make the move, and that is what it's all about. All about, as we say in Canada. Giddy on up is what I say. Apple is down 44 cents to 158.50. Can't hold that 160 level. Can't do it. Goldman down 5.36 in the pre-market. Cisco down 21 to 49.52 now. ARC off 53 cents. Microsoft down 111 to 276. We've got Bed Bath & Beyond at 79.9 cents. How many would you like? Pfizer down 15 cents to 40.04. HBQ down 12 cents to 27.60. We got Google down 74 to 105.53. Amazon at 98 bucks, 98.30, down 40 cents this morning. Google and Amazon used to be the same price. Now there's a $7 difference. Nvidia down 219. Gained 7.23 yesterday. Unity was up 81 yesterday. It's up 20 cents right now at 29.38, but can't seem to hold 30. It gets to 30, kind of goes over 30 a little bit, but then can't keep on going. Isn't that something? Interesting stuff. SoFi down 8 now at 571. That's actually improving a little bit. GameStop down 24 to 22.34 a share as we speak. That is where we're at right now. Don't have a lot of other breaking news to give you other than oil, which is down $2.65 a barrel at 67.31. So oil in Texas is definitely under the 70 mark, nowhere near the 80 mark, back to 67. And the thinking here on the street out there is there's a recession coming in America. There's definitely an economic slowdown underway. There's been an economic slowdown in Europe for 2 years. And that doesn't seem to be ending either. And now the China recovery is in question, because if Europeans can't buy Chinese goods and Americans are going to cut back on Chinese goods, what do you think the Chinese economy is going to look like this year? Not so strong, not quite so strong as once had hoped. And so there's issues there, which means oil demand will be lower. Have you started noticing in the last 2 months or so, 3 months or so, how much news you're beginning to notice on what I call the EV wave, electric vehicles? Ford has been talked about all week. GM has been talked about. Chrysler, Tesla's always being talked about. But more and more models are now showing up on television ads and internet ads about electric vehicles. Hyundai, Toyota, Nissan, they're all coming out with electric versions of what they're doing. There's all kinds of talk about batteries, factories being built and or being set up. There's all kinds of talk of mining arrangements between mining companies and battery manufacturers, and then the auto manufacturers trying to make a deal with the battery guys and so on. This is the new wave. that is happening here. The other wave that's going on is the creation of electricity to recharge car batteries. This is the next big business. You've heard, many of you have heard, and some of you have argued that North America is not ready to go into electric vehicles because North America can't produce enough electricity to power the expected number of electric cars that are going to be on the road. True enough, if you want to talk about 5-10 years ago, I got it. I'm with you. But have you noticed how many solar panels are popping up on roofs everywhere? Now, certain places in the United States, there's restrictions on solar panels and all kinds of bunk about power companies trying to mess with solar and whatever that. The politics is just out of this world. But it is undeniable that in the United States and in Canada, the number of solar panels that are showing up and the number of wind farms that are beginning to show up are exploding. The next area of advancement is battery storage of said electricity. A solar panel only produces electricity when the sun shines on it. At nighttime, solar panels don't do anything but sit there and wait for the next day. Windmills only turn when there's wind, but wind can happen 24 hours a day at any time, 7 days a week. So some days are calm and some nights are windy. Windmills can produce power anytime. But the thing is, if you produce electricity from these two sources, the electricity must immediately go into the grid and be used up by an end user. Where do you, I can't store it for 5 minutes and use it later. The electricity has been made, it has to be used or it is lost. You've got to store electricity and you've got to learn how to store electricity. You've got to become good at it. Every household in the United States and America will, in the next 50 years, have a storage system for electricity called a battery. Some will be add-ons, slap-ons to existing homes, obviously. And then the new homes being built 5 years from now, 10 years from now, whatever, will have solar, wind, and battery systems all built into the houses. And it will be completely normal for our grandchildren to, or great-grandchildren, to have a home in a new neighborhood that happens to have all of this integrated into itself. And it's no big deal to them because it's the normal. For them, it's the new normal. For us, it's just groundbreaking, earth-breaking, shattering technology we can't get our heads across, but it doesn't matter. We're so old. Any of us who are 40 and older, we're out. We're out because in the next 30 years, we're nothing burgers. We're in wheelchairs drooling in the corner somewhere if we're still alive. It's the kids who are 10 today that are 40 in 30 years who are going to rule this world. And they're going to have a world that is going to be very different than ours from electrical manufacturing, the creation of electricity, the storage of electricity, and the reuse of electricity. And so envision the day when mommy or daddy comes home from work in a car, as if that's going to happen. They park the car in the garage. They plug their car in from the power cord inside the garage that is connected to the household battery system that has enough power in there for 5 days. 5 days of power minimum in the battery for the entire house, including the recharging of the car every day. That is the future. And you might go, oh, that could never happen. There's not enough cobalt and there's not enough. Get over yourself. There will be ways this will work. This will happen. And there will be people who will just plug their vehicle in when they get home from work. They need 60 miles of charge to take care of their charge needs. And they'll go into their homes. And on their homes are solar panels that produce electricity during the day. They may have little tiny chimney type windmills around, maybe not. There may well be neighborhood wind farms within 5 miles of the suburbs that you're near, generating power, going into battery systems for the city you live in, and on it goes. It'll be a complete transformation, trillions of dollars in cost, necessary cost. It will be done. Many households won't even have yards anymore, but those who do have yards are going to dig up their yards. Many homes are going to find it very economically viable to dig up their front lawn and go down 5 feet and lay pipe down below, back and forth and back and forth and back, and fill it with a glycol type chemical liquid that will run through the pipe. You'll cover it all back up again, and it will always be at a consistent 58, 60 degree temperature. And the glycol will run through your heating system in your house, and your floors will be heated from the glycol on the floor. Cooled in the summer, warmed in the heat in the winter. Additional heat will be added to the glycol from the power made from your roof into a heat exchanger, so that that warm chemical, that warm liquid, will run through the floors, underneath their floors, all the time. And this is the new normal. We will become much more ergonomically, environmentally aggressive, taking advantage of what's being given to us and what we're sitting on and have been sitting on forever. Because the days of a truck pulling up to the front of your house and a gentleman pulling a tube, a hose off the back of a tanker truck, walking up your driveway past your 1968 Chevy Bel Air, your dad's Chevy Bel Air, going to the side of the house and sticking a hose into a tank, a storage tank for bunker fuel to power your oil burning furnace, is 1800s, baby, 1900s. That is war. That is Second World War technology. That's long gone. Your furnace burning off the oil, pushing out those carbons up there, that's all gone. And the days of having just natural gas come into your house and everything being powered now by natural gas, those days are ending as well. That worked for a while. That was a great technology, great improvement over oil-fired furnaces. It really was. That is ending now as well. Now it's electricity. But the days of all these power lines all up and down the neighborhood and then being buried, power lines being buried so they don't seem to exist, those days are ending as well, because it's going to become small grids of power generation. You're going to have neighborhoods producing enough electricity for that neighborhood through shared systems and shared battery systems. Underneath the playground where the kids play is the battery bank for the neighborhood, the suburb that you're in. And you have individual battery systems in your homes. You have the community battery systems, and then you have the sharing of power between suburbs throughout the entire city. That's the future. That's where it's going. Like it or not, you're not going to be around to complain about it because you don't like it. You'll be dead anyway. It doesn't matter. 50 years from now, we're not here. Doesn't matter. But that's where they're going. They have to go there. That's the future. Today, the present, we have a down market. Welcome to the down market right now. And the down market is a market because of worry and wonderment and what if and I don't believe you. Treasury Yellen can't get more than 20% of the population to believe a word she says. Neither can Mr. Powell, it seems. Mr. Powell, Mr. Rugman himself, can't even get the market to believe him when he says we're fighting inflation. They don't believe him. It's just incredible. And you are telling me all the time on CNBC, Bruce, they're talking about lowering rates this year. There you go. They don't believe anything he says. They don't take it with any oomph whatsoever. Why would you think markets are down? If so-called leaders are not believed, what direction do you think the market's going to go? Up? Really? I don't think so. No, the market goes lower. And so there you have it. People are worried. A lot of money is going into money market funds, which is blowing my mind to no end because there are no returns in money market funds. What are money market funds? Money market funds are funds where they put money into 30-day notes, 60-day notes, and then just turn it over. It's like a parking lot for cash. A parking lot for cash pays you very little money. Yeah, it might be 2-3% interest right now. That's it. That's garbage. Inflation is 5, 6, 7, 8, 10%, depending on where you live or more. You're losing if you're in money market funds. You're using money market funds to park your cash because you're nervous about where to keep it otherwise. That's all you're doing. It's not going to help you retire. It's not going to help you get to the promised land. You've got to make money on your money. You got to take control of your account and make it deliver a return for you. Some of you folks are very eager and very good at being able to buy a fixer-upper house. And you buy a fixer-upper at a super cheap price. You put some dough into it, put some sweat equity in there, fix it all up and rent it, or you fix it all up and flip it and buy another one. Some of you can do that. Many of you cannot do that or are not so motivated to want to do something like that. And so for some of you, and for you select viewers of this channel, probably a good chunk of the viewers of this channel, of the millions of investors out there, 205 were watching me right now live saying to me, Bruce, I know what I'm doing with my money. I'm managing it by writing options. That's what I'm doing. And I like my returns a lot. I really like the idea of selling options for $5 and $6 and buying them back for $1 or $2. This is a fun game. I love this game. I'm going to keep this game going. And I say congratulations to those of you who have figured out how to do that. Thank you for taking classes that I've offered for a way to figure it out, hanging out here as a member of this channel to also spend time with fellow viewers and understand how this works. It's great to have you. And I congratulate all of you who are scoring wonderfully on these gains by writing options. It is available to all of you if you want it, but you're going to have to put some time into it to understand how it's done. And it's just like rebuilding a house. If you want to learn how to buy a fixer-upper and fix a fixer-upper, you're going to go to the school of hard knocks when it comes to the renovation business. And oh, do people learn stuff about house renovations when they get into it? They have no idea when they buy a fixer-upper the nightmares they're about to encounter for the next year or so before the house is even ready for the market. And even when it is ready for the market, they then find out they're not going to get near what they thought they were going to get for the house. They are fallen in love with the place because it's all their sweat equity that's gone into it. And now they are being horrified by the realtor saying, I can get you this much money for your house. And they're going, oh, God, no. I'm only going to make $30,000 for a year and a half of labor. This isn't the return I was looking for. Yes, well, there you go. You hear the glory stories about buying a fixer-upper for $150,000 and selling it for $350,000. And then there's your reality. Your numbers don't match those numbers because you were sold a fantasy that doesn't exist. Here in the option trading business, this fantasy that I talk about is real. There are real option chains you can look at anytime you want on any stock you want. You can pre-figure out which contracts you want to write, which contracts you want to buy. If you're going to buy deep in the money calls and write against them, you can predetermine exactly what you're going to do. And you can pretty well predetermine the kind of profit potential you have in front of you. If you know you've written a call for $6.50 that is out of the money and has 4, 6, 5, whatever months to live, you know that contract theoretically is worthless and it could be all yours, or a huge chunk of that $6 could be yours in the next few months. This is nice to know, and it's a nice way to manage one's assets. And so congratulations, those of you who've taken it to the next level. You've, instead of just managing your dough and bringing in a few extra bucks, adding to your value of your IRA or RRSP, you've added it, you've made this part of your daily investment strategy for capital outside of an RSP, outside of a retirement account, to bolster your cash flow in your household. And those of you who've taken it to the level where it now is like another job coming in, it's like more than a part-time job of cash coming your way. And you are shocked at how quickly this has become a huge source of additional fresh capital into your hands. It has allowed so many of you to reorganize your debts into elimination, in effect, because there's another word called for reorganizing your debts. It's called paying them off. And a number of you out there have paid off debts that have been hanging around your necks for years and years and years, especially credit card debts at unbelievable interest rates. So many of you have been able to get rid of those, and you've realized, my God, I have a $500 a month increase in my standard of living, because $500 a month isn't going to the credit card company anymore just to pay the damn interest every month. This $500 doesn't have to go anywhere. It can stay in the house for our enjoyment in the the home, which means maybe this month we buy a new TV for $500. Next month we buy a new couch for $500. Next month we buy winter tires, summer tires. I don't know, whatever your needs are for that $500 a month you used to send to the bank of so-and-so or the credit card company of such and such. This is money within the house. This is $6,000 a year, plus the new income you've added on top of that to pay that thing off in the first place. Your lifestyles are being adjusted quickly and upwardly. You better get on it, because 5 to 8% inflation is still here, and it's eating away at everything you're about, including your potential retirement. You have got to grow your retirement accounts by 10% to 12% a year now to stay ahead of the inflation bug. You got to beat inflation and then double it. You've got to do more than inflation to retire. You can't keep your retirement account at the level it's at right now, inflation adjusted, and then retire on it. You don't have enough. There's an article today in the Wall Street Journal talking about people who have about $1 million or just under $1 million saved up in retirement accounts that are retired and how they're living their lives. And these are depressing stories to me. Personally, to me, they're depressing, because I see a theme from time to time on these stories where they interview the individual and the individual says, well, my wife and I were hoping to be snowbirds in Florida when we were going to retire, but then we had health issues. Within a year of retiring my job, I got health issues, and we're now stuck here up north, and we can't travel anymore. I just shudder at those thoughts. I just go, oh my God, I'm glad I'm not that person. So far, I'm not that person. I can still travel. The lifetime of work and effort, the lifetime of dedication to the family and the children and the grandchildren, and now grandma and grandpa can't leave the damn house, and they don't have enough dough to go anywhere and do anything. This is the crime of the century against so many people. It is ridiculous. And these are retirees. These are people who can retire. There are those below who will work till the day they die because they cannot afford to quit. You've got to not become that individual. If you're 45 right now, I don't know why you're working for a living if you don't have to be working for a living. I don't understand it. You don't have to be working for a living for anyone else but yourself. If you've amassed any kind of assets at all, a little bit of reorganization of your debts or your assets, and you can set up your account in such a way that you can start writing contracts, call contracts against your portfolio, and bring in at least half a wage of extra money per month right now at age 45. In 3 years, you'll have no debts, because an extra 50% on your paycheck on top of what you bring in now will go towards debts you have. You'll eliminate a chunk of debts very quickly and reduce your cost of living dramatically, which means your paycheck goes more than above what you need to get on. And the half on top of that is gravy, which is now compounding in your savings. And this is speeding up your ability to walk away from your day job, because you will grow your account faster to the point where it will exceed your paycheck every month. And it'll get to the point where it won't just match it or go up by 20% beyond. It'll be double. It'll be double and a half. It'll be triple your paycheck, allowing you then to go, hey, we've reduced our cost of living by 35% by getting rid of all kinds of debts and obligations. And now this money is coming in over here. I can walk away from my day job and now have the life of an asset manager, a private asset manager, managing my affairs with one of these wherever I take this. You're 46, 47, 48 years old, start enjoying life. Do that trip you've been putting off for 10 years. Do that trip you promised yourself in your college years. You were going to do a trip to Europe. You were going to do whatever that trip was, to France or Spain or Portugal or Italy or Canada or Mexico or Chile or wherever it was, whatever that was. You said back when you were 20, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, someday. Well, someday is now. Because if you think you're going to wait till 60, 65, I have news for you. A certain percentage of you won't even be here by that point in time because life is cruel. And the number of you who are here are not the same person at age 65 anymore. Physically can't do it anymore. You can't wait for that moment. You've got to take advantage of it now. Grab life now and make it work for you. What can I say? I'm just a YouTuber, and I'm a lucky YouTuber. I have got the greatest viewers YouTube has got. There are no finer viewers than the viewers that are on this channel. And they take care of me because they're members of this channel. There it is right there. If you're a member of this channel, you have made my dreams come true. To stay a YouTuber, to be engaged with this audience, I give you what you need to learn how to make money on your own dough. And you folks, with your generosity, have really taken care of Jennifer and I. Jen has a new hip because of you guys. And Jen is getting another new hip next year because of you guys. The money's already in the bank. She's going to have a new hip next year. I'm lucky, and so is she, because at age 67, soon to be 68, we're still traveling. And we're enjoying a life we weren't going to be able to enjoy 10 years ago. Here it is. YouTube has been able to allow me to help you make money in this market, and you've been able to, because of that, you have been able to give us a lifestyle that has changed us dramatically. And I'm very, very grateful to that, to say the least. Thank you, those of you who have given us thumbs ups today already this morning. We've got thumbs ups coming in here. We appreciate it. 115 have shown up already. Keep them coming on, folks. We appreciate it. Thank you for those of you who have been renewing your memberships of this channel. You get the notification from YouTube that your membership is up for renewal. You automatically say, yes, renew for another month. I want to hang out with this guy. I want to learn how to write options. I want to learn how to do deep in the money calls. I want to be part of the gang that talk about what they're trading and how they're trading it. I want to be part of the successful people out there. I like being an option writer and finding out that every month or two, I can take $4 or $5 grand out of that account. And I can spend that on this and on that and on this and on that. And I like the fact that I've been doing this for over a year. And I've been noticing that I used to only take out $500 here and $300 there. And then I would do withdrawal for $600. And I remember the first time I withdrew $1,000 from my account, and it didn't even make a flinch. It didn't even change my account. My account just kept making money. And now I'm taking out $2,000. I'm taking out $3,000. I'm taking out $5,000. And there's still all this money generating money in this account. I've never had that happen in my brokerage account ever before. I've always had to just keep putting money into it to try to get it larger and larger. I was funding it higher rather than it growing higher. I can't believe how my funds keep growing by writing options. I can't believe it. Well, believe it, kids. It's being done by every institution out there. Join the party and get with it. But you better understand how this works, because if you don't understand how this works, you are asking for big, big trouble. You are looking for a huge hit coming your way, because when these pros, they can make moves faster than you can. They've got computer systems that can change their positions in a heartbeat. You have to be unafraid to make trades in your account. And this is what I'm working with you on, to give you the confidence and keep you away from making mistakes and making home runs to build your portfolios. And I'm not picking on 45-year-olds, by the way. I'm saying if you're 30, 35, you're 60, 65, you're 70, and you're watching me, you can make a difference in your life immediately on writing options right now. It can happen right now. And it's never too late to get into this. I cannot urge strong enough for you to get into learning how to write options. The classes are waiting for you on my website. There's 14 of them. They're about an hour and a half to 2 hours long, each one. They're in plain English. They're easy to understand, because option writing isn't all that incredibly complicated, but there are just a number of layers of info you need to understand. You have to learn a new language. You have to learn a new philosophy of trading. You have to understand the other side of the market that you used to be on. And you got to become the casino owner, is what I'm trying to get you to become now, rather than the slot player. The slot machine players are the losers. They're the saps. They're the ones who bring the money and put it in the machine and watch it go away. The one who owns the slot machine is the winner because they're hitting up the saps 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and those dollar bills keep coming in all the time to the casino owners. You have got to become a casino owner in your own right. And it could be a $10,000 account, a $5,000 account that writes options, a $30,000 account, a $50,000, a $200,000, a $5 million account. It doesn't matter the size of your account. You can be an option writer at almost every level. And this is the big difference that most option writers or potential option writers have no idea. They have no idea that they got 15 grand in the market. They think they're so tiny that there's no way they can write options with only $15,000 of assets. And then they find out, oh my God, I can write 15 calls on GameStop with $15,000. I didn't know I could write 15 calls at a time. At $4 a call, I'm bringing in $6,000 in cash, and I'm going to give how much back? Maybe I'll give back 3 or 4 of it or 2 of it. I'll keep the rest. Every month or two is really, Bruce, 15 grand, and I can get out 2-3 grand every month or two from $15,000. You know that 15 grand at my bank down here, they are giving me 2% interest for the year. That's $300 for a year. That's $6 a week. You're telling me I can take out thousands of dollars every month or two from 15 grand? Come on, get real. That can't happen. Well, I dare you to prove me wrong. Take the classes for $150 a pop. That's all you got to invest. Learn how to write options and get with the program. You think Alberto here is here for the good of his health? You think Beach Boy is here because he just likes me? He likes me. I like him. He's here for a lot more than that. You think Bama Babe is going to waste her time and her money being a member of this channel for, 2 years now? Oh, I don't think so. There's a few folks here who have done extremely well and are encouraging to join them. Not Lucky Uncle Bruce, you deserve much more. You are changing generations, Alberto. You are a very kind person, and I thank you so much for your support. It's just been undying. Beach Boy, Alberto, I'm matching you. 60 shekels is 20 American dollars. I'm there. You're not running away from me. Thank you, you guys. I don't mind these at all. Thank you all so much for these donations or PayPal donations. But take the classes, kids. Yes, it's $150. Guess where the money goes? I get it. That's right. I get paid for the knowledge that I've amassed since 1979. I'm just regurgitating it back to you guys to take you to another level financially that you're not at right now. And if I can help any of you go from middle class lifestyle to upper middle class lifestyle, boy, have I done a job for you, because there is no way, many of you know this deep down in your hearts, you know you cannot get a raise from your employer this year or next year or the year after that's going to take you from $85,000 a year to $200,000 a year. There's no way, because your boss doesn't make $200,000 a year. Your boss's boss probably doesn't make $200,000 a year. So you're not going to get that kind of money unless you become the boss or the boss's boss. And you know that is not happening. Why not? Because you're not the owner's son. You're not the owner's grandson. You're not married to the top brass of the corporation, depending on the kind of company you're in. You don't have 40 years experience, and you don't want to be with this company for 40 years of your life. You've been with these guys for 5 years, 7 years, 9 years, 12 years, 15 years. You've already had enough. You're already dying to get out. Here's a way out. You can get out by doing it yourself. Take control of your funds. Make them work for you like 18-year-old children that can just go day and night with 3 hours of sleep and go at it again. You've got to get your money working for you to change your future. It's as simple as that. And you've got to understand how to do it. You can go to a Tony Robbins seminar if you want and get all fired up. Go to Tony Robbins. I don't know how much it costs to check out one of these Tony Robbins shows, but they've got to be spectacular with 10,000 people in the audience, 15,000 people in a hockey arena with light shows and smoke and music and all kinds of great stuff. And you can buy the merchandise in the lobby and buy his DVDs and sign up to his newsletters. And oh man, there's a promotion there for you. you want to get charged up, Tony Robbins will take thousands of your dollars and charge you up. Or you could kind of hang around here every morning and watch for nothing, or become a member of this channel for $10 a month or $25 a month if you're a Gold Bagel member, and catch the pre-market show, catch this show, catch the Wednesday night primetime show, and also hang out with this incredible group of people over here who are all members of this channel, generally speaking, and learn everything there's to learn about how options are written and how to do it and compare notes. Not going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Sorry, I just don't charge that kind of money. Maybe I should, but I don't. And if you need more, if you actually need someone to hold your hand and guide you through the early days, then maybe you look me up for a one-on-one session where I'm on the camera over here and you're on the camera over there, and we'll have a private one-on-one for an hour. And let's go over your situation, because everyone's different. There are no two people the same. Never. I have yet to find that. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. You will tell me what you want me to know, and you will not tell me what I don't need to know. We'll go through your economic scenario and help you as best I can and guide you down the road towards independence, financial independence and security that no one is offering you now. Maybe it's a way to help you quit your day job. Maybe it's a way to enhance your returns. Maybe it's a way to adjust your existing portfolios and your assets, to find a way to maybe do it this way and do that. Maybe you need to talk to a tax advisor. I don't know. Until I talk to you one-on-one, how the heck do I know what your situation is? You take the time, you make the commitment to step up and say, that's it. I'm taking control of my life. I'm sick and tired of getting kicked around here. My boss kicks me around. My friends seem to be doing better than I am. Guys at the bar seem to be way happier than I am, or whatever the issue is. You can't afford to go golfing every week like you used to. The trip to Disneyland for you and the family is off again. Another year, you're not doing it. When will it ever happen? Well, you want this life to work for you, you got to do some got to make some changes. And if I can in any way help you do it, then I'm a happy guy. I believe there are some folks here who are indicating he's made a difference in my life. You may want to check this guy out. Thank you all so much for everything. All right, we're going to go members only on comments now, as we are coming up to the opening of trading. Larry Titus, our pal, is going to hit the bells for us. And you know what that means? That means we're going to be opening up for trading here. And, Larry, he doesn't kid around. He's the real deal. So we're going to get ready for that. There we go. Members only. Thank you, all of you who are members. Those of you who are not, please become a member of this channel. Please consider that. We'd love to have you join us, especially at that Gold Bagel level, membership level. We'd love to have you on Wednesday night prime time, 8 o'clock every Wednesday night. We can then have you join us, and or every morning at about 8 o'clock Eastern time for the pre-alert show, where we talk about what we're going to be witnessing here this morning. Thank you all so very, 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 very much. I cannot emphasize how much I appreciate you all being part of this channel. It's tremendous. Thank you again, Alberto. Thank you again, Beach Boy. Beach Boy, member for 24 months. All we need is Uncle Bruce, democracy, and love. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Dude Face, $20 for you, Bruce. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. You inspire us all. Thank you, dude. That is kind of you as well. All donations gratefully and gleefully accepted, whether they're on Super Chat or whether they're PayPal or whatever. Thank you. If you're making money in this market, boy, I love it when you share. Thank you all so much. Larry, talk about sharing the bells. He's sharing the bells. They're all polished up. Look how shiny they are. Thank you, Larry. We're up and we're running. We're open for biz. And let's see what this market gives us today. I want you guys to get richer by a ton. Not interested in you just getting by. No, I want you guys to become ridiculously wealthy. I think that's only fair. You've been ridiculously poor. Why don't you get ridiculously wealthy? I like that game. Welcome all to the show. I think we're showing an initial 160 down dip on the Dow. And let's see where we're at here. We've got There we go. Get my big ass iPad to update. A 150 dip on the Dow. GameStop at 22.47, down 11 cents. ATIP looks like it closed at 32 last night. I'm not sure if it's open yet. I doubt it is. We'll find out here in the morning. Yeah, nothing yet. We'll wait for that. SoFi 568 down a dime. Tesla 191.60 down 62. Apple is up a nickel. Unity is up 19 cents. Okay. Thank you all. 144 down dip on the Dow, 18 on S&P, 41 on NASDAQ, oil down 194 to start trading on New York at $68 a barrel right now. Okay. Mirko, I'm number 134, Bruce. Larry, the casino is open for your pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. Come on over to my slot machine. Alberto, thanks, Lair. Splair, rock on. Beach Boy, number 132. Why am I this talkative, Alberto? What is going on? Bama Babe, thank you, Lair. Hector, Roblex has strength as a stock. Sell My House Fast says, thanks, Larry. Beach Boy, Larry, thanks, dude. Welcome all, including Beach Boy and Alberto and all of you who are here this morning. I'm glad you're all with us. It's great to see you here. Good stuff. White Feather, this method is so consistently profitable. It amazes me that this channel isn't much bigger, especially with the classes and one-on-ones available for personal guidance. Well, you know, I'll tell you this. You want to talk to any friend of yours that you love and have been a pal with forever and ever and ever, best friends from school or college days, or your pal from work, or your relatives that you're close to. You try and talk to them about writing options and watch their eyes glaze over in 30 seconds. They're lost. Because unless you're part of this community on a consistent basis and you do take these classes and you do buy in to the notion that I'm going to become an option writer, I'm going to join the gang that Bruce has over there, you'll then understand. They'll then figure it out. I can tell you that for every one of you that are here, there are probably at least 1,000 that would be interested in making the money you're making, would really like to make the money you're making, but they won't make the commitment. 999 out of 1,000 will not jump into the pool with you guys. They just don't believe in it. They either themselves or they find it inconceivable that hairless, balding, homeless Canadian guy who is living his dream because of his YouTube channel and his successful YouTubers can pass this knowledge on to others. I don't want to sound like I'm full of myself, but is anyone here making money? Raise your hands. Anybody here making money? Yeah, there's people here making money. What can I say? You those of you who are making money here, you have changed your daily habits to do what you're doing now. No question about it. What you're doing today versus what you're doing 2 years ago has completely changed your lives. You were not 2 years ago sitting in front of the computer watching YouTubers like you're watching me now. You weren't, because you didn't have coming at you the knowledge you wanted or needed or thought you needed to help you make money in this market. And someone said to you 5 years ago, hey, I'm going to show you a guy on YouTube that's going to help you make a lot of money. You're going to go, oh yeah, right. First reaction, which is correct. Why wouldn't that be the first reaction? Then the person says, a trusted friend of yours, a relative says, he's going to show you how to write stock options and make all kinds of money in the market. You're going to go, oh yeah, right. You see right there? Strike two. Now you understand why there are 236 people here, not 23,600. It's just that simple. It is over the top thinking that regular folks just can't get over. And I understand it. It's been my entire existence as a broker, as a stockbroker and investment advisor. 1/10 of 1% of the people you meet will eventually go, well, there's something to this. Wait a minute. Yeah, this makes sense. You mean I can write options on options? I didn't know you could do that. What's an option? How do you turn on this computer? Yes. What does that mean? Anyway, there you go, everybody. JR says, well, hey, peeps, whenever Uncle Bruce starts talking about a person's financial future, I must comment. Please, please, please do not wait like I did until I was in my 60s to pay attention to this guy. My time is short, and it will be a good piece of work to secure my financial future, although I do believe I can do it with Uncle Bruce's help. So please invest in yourself, buy the classes, study the info, ask questions, join the channel. Thank you, JR. I don't pay him to do this. Beach Boy, White Feather, it's one of the great mysteries of the universe. Don't tell anyone, please. Don't let anyone else know how much money we're making here. Zed Estate, GameStop 2250. Any predictions if it'll be red or green today? I don't honestly know. I mean, it went to 27. It came down to here. I don't know if it can hold these prices, Zed Estate. I know you've written a bunch of 20s, I think, last I recall. You can fold your arms and watch the show, or you can certainly take a look at a rollover scenario if there's a good one for you. Can you roll into 21s or 22s into September, October, whatever, and get more money than you've got, what it would cost you to buy yours back to do a rollover? If not, just sit tight. Just because if the stock drops another $1 today, goes to 21 something, your calls are worth less money than what you got for them. And the depreciation is coming your way every day. You're going to be a winner no matter what, my friend. JR, the time and money you spend now will pay off in a huge way in your future. Invest in yourself for the good of yourself and your family, or if you want, research for free on the net. The info is there for the taking, although the live encouragement and help is invaluable. I have not been paid for this plug. I experienced the options writing for myself, so I know it works. Please don't wait. JR, you're very kind to me. Thank you. And you're not the only one who does this. I appreciate this very much. I really, really do. Thank you, El. Making money, says Blair. Making money. Touch Grass, GameStop, red algorithms today. Ed Hawkins, Uncle Bruce. Any thoughts on buying long calls on SoFi on the dips and selling on the little pop, and write covered calls on the pop to buy back on the dips? I can write 55 covered calls, and I don't mind taking $1,000 on the 20-cent move. What are your thoughts on that? I have desperately tried, and I keep desperately trying to hold you guys back from writing calls on SoFi when the shares are rather low. And right now at 569, 570, they are very low indeed. Now, a month ago, they were in the 650, 670, 680 range, 690 range. I said write 750s, and a bunch of you did. You wrote 750s. You brought in $1.20 to $1.40 a contract, if I recall, and the shares did back off. I didn't call for them to back off, but they did down here. And those of you, many of you, bought back these calls for 50 cents less, 60 cents less, and you scored some nice money, especially those of you who wrote 50 of them or 20 of them or 50, 100 of them. You did some really nice money. Right now at 570, I would not be an eager writer, and I would not be an eager buyer of contracts, because I want you to get more shares in your hand ultimately in any event. But right now at 570, you're not going to get a lot of money to write 750s. I don't want you to write sixes, because the stock in one day could go up $1 and be 670 this afternoon, and now you're deep in the money already, and you got to pay way more to get them back. And all of a sudden, with dozens and dozens of contracts, possibly some of you with 50, 100, 150 contracts at play, this is a game I don't want you to get caught in. I would rather you just sit tight, let the stock be discovered. It will be discovered by masses of people, millions of investors, and there will be hundreds of thousands who are going to try to jump into this thing, and will run it to 12 to 15 bucks. And it'll justifiably be worth that. And you will then write 15, 17, 18, and $20 call contracts where you'll haul in $2 a call, $2.50 a call, and you are going to make some serious, serious money. You've got to wait the win out. It's 571, down 7 cents. It's so hard to do. It is so hard to be patient. The hardest thing to learn about this investment business, you've got to become a Warren Buffett, unfortunately. That's all I can say. It's all I can tell you. I no, there's nothing more I can do on that. Financial, boom, just sold 15 GameStop October 21s for $515. A cool $7,700 in premium brought in. Thank you very much. Nicely done, Financial Mischief. Drew, I've tried talking to friends and family. These people are literally doctors and lawyers. Even my financial advisor They all glaze over. I've stopped trying. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You cannot, it is next to impossible to convince someone about this idea of writing options on your stock. They just have a certain objection and they can't get over it. And that is why this world that you have entered, the option writing world, is a very small collective of people, of investors. The thing that you figured out, for some of you already, you started writing options about 1 3/4 years ago, almost 2 years ago for some of you. Soon it'll be like April, May, June. It'll be 2 years you've been writing options, and you're still writing them. 2 years later, you're still writing options. It's been 2 years and you're still writing options. And if you meet other option writers in the world at large, not the folks on this channel, I mean, if you ever bump into anyone else, you'll find that there are people who have been writing options for 15 years, 10 years, 12 years, much more conservatively than we're doing it here, but have been for a long, long time. And I bet you they're doing rather well. Think ahead. Try to think ahead about 6 months to a year from now. Take a look at what your account was when you started writing options to what you're doing with your options writing program now. How many calls you're writing options on, how many shares you're writing options on, how much of your portfolio's revenue is option driven. Move that ahead 6 months, a year, and go, oh my God, my account a year from now it's not going to be recognizable. Then you'll realize, oh wow, this really is a lifetime marathon of dollars coming your way. There's a reason that every institutional investment firm in the world does this. They really do write options. But it's incredible to me how few financial advisors, I cannot imagine a financial investment advisor recommending to write options. I can't imagine one because they don't know how it works. They're not trained to do that. They're told by their bosses, find people with money that we can manage. Bring money in. So if you've got, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you got their $2 million in here, and we've given them a credit card on their accounts, and we've given them a line of credit, and we've given them a checking account, we've given them a savings account, we've taken over their mortgage for them. We totally control their financial world. We got everything about their financial world. Now, get their relatives, get their children, get their cousins, get their uncles, get the extended family. You got that lead. Now milk it. That's what these people are trained to do, and they're supposed to be doing. They're constantly reaching out for referrals. They're asking Mr. Jones, do you know anybody at your office that could use this type of service? Do you know anybody that you used to work with that retired a few years ago that's having a tough time out there? Maybe I should talk to that person. Do you think you could have that person give me a call? Or is there a way I can call that person and say that you told me to call them? They're looking for leads. They're constantly looking and badgering you for another person to manage that person's money in every aspect. And at the end of the day, some of these folks need this badly. They really do need this service because they're bad with money, or they just don't know what they're doing, or they just want someone else to handle it. I get it. I totally get it. But then there are you guys who are here, just the 231 of you that I see right now here, 231 of you who are managing your own funds your own way through this option writing program. And you're doing some research on your own. I know you are. You have to be. You can't possibly just listen to me only. You're going out there and you're listening to other YouTubers, or you're doing some Google searching, and you're finding out that option writing is legit. It exists. There is option writing, and is usually a very conservative program. It is a conservative investing style. And yet, your conservative investment advisors never talk to you about it. They never talk to you because they won't do it. Your investment advisor is not handling your money. Your investment advisor has brought your money into the institution which they're part of, and has fractured it out to all the departments within that organization. And it's those departments that have gathered up hundreds of thousands of people's capital, and are managing the capital. That's what's going on. What you have to worry about is the entity that you've given your money to. Are they legitimate enough and good enough to handle your money through tough economic times? Are these folks going to become a Silicon Valley Bank type organization as well? Will one piece of the wealth management business that they're into cause a cascading problem of problems, like a domino effect, against the entire organization if they're too heavy into one area of the business or another area of the business? Are they too heavy in government bonds that have dropped in value? Or are they too heavy in corporate bonds that have plummeted in value and are now trying to plug holes within their organization and not let the world know how much trouble they're in? I don't know. I can't tell you. They don't report to me, and they're not going to report to you how they're doing. Do you have insurance on all your money with these people? Are you insured up to only $250,000 and the rest you're liable for? I don't know. And so if you're sitting with a brokerage firm and you're writing options on stock and deep in the money calls, you have unlimited insurance on your investment money through a licensed broker dealer. These folks on the platforms, they're all brokerage firms. They have unlimited insurance for your deposits. You don't have to worry about the $250,000 rule. And so you can write and just grow your accounts. And you are joining the other traders out there doing exactly the same thing, writing options on assets you have and hauling in income from the outside. And you have got full protection of your capital. I don't know what the situation is with any of you out there who have financial advisors where most of your money is at the moment, because I know a number of viewers that are here do have financial advisors, and they do have 80% of their wealth tied up inside these entities, and they're watching me out of the corner of their eye going, this guy keeps delivering results on some stuff. I put my toe into the water with him, and I've done some option writing on Apple and on Cisco and on this and on that, and this seems to be working here. Why am I not using more of my capital with this guy? And that's how this channel grows, micro by micro step at a time, one bit at a time. And some folks eventually contact me and say, I started out with 10% of my investment with you. Now it's at 50%. And I'm really comfortable right now. I am really comfortable with how this is going. I like this, and I like the idea of having my hands on my money. I never thought I would. I was too nervous before. And so I set it all up with these, entities, these wealth management firms. I figured that was the way to go, because that's what my friends did and my relatives did. And I have decided to be the black swan of the family. I'm running my own affairs, and man, I am getting results. Well, welcome to the party, pal. If I can help any of you get to this level, great. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work for you. I get it, because not everyone's an option writer. Not everyone's going to be able to fully adapt to it for whatever reason. We're all different. Like I've said before, we're all different. So congratulations for those of you who it's working out for. I'm glad you're here. Alberto, angry Yoko dancing, tilted lampshade, sitting on the stack of phone books. This guy's not a financial advisor. Zed Estate, Moon Shadow, 24 months, big green bar. Oh, man. Let's take a look. Where is that big green bar? Oh, look at them. There's a bunch of them here. Oh, wow. Look at that. Moon Shadow, member for 24 months, gold bagel level. I have to look at the YouTube page, which is a bit delayed here, to see these gold bars. Financial member for 22 months, gold bagel level, 22 months a member. And thanks to you, I no longer have to work a day job. Uncle Bruce, you have changed my life. Thank you for all that you do. Karim, member for 21 months. Let's go, baby. Fantastic. I love these. I just love these notifications. Thank you, those of you who post those. It just lets the channel out there, anyone who stumbles across this channel by accident, see that, this guy actually reads the comments. This guy actually engages with his viewers. No other YouTuber does that. They get to the comment once in a while, or they have someone who reads it for them. And this guy is like one-on-one here. Yes, we're trying to make a buck here, and we're trying to, get our fair share of the dinero that's being offered to you. But you got to understand how this game works. You can't just guess. Don't be doing guessing, kids. Karim is laughing. White the Feather, Beach Boy. Okay, lips are sealed. Zed Estate, Karim, 21-month member. Man, time flies. Home skill. I'm averaging down on Spire today. I'm grabbing this stuff. Manager, Uncle Bruce, can you tell Kathy Woods to stop buying coins? She just has so much freaking money that we individuals cannot compete with. It's just unfair. Nick, on SoFi, buy the stock. Not a lurker anymore. Aha, can't wait to listen to the rerun today. Just reading through the comments. Alex, Alberta, those phone books are sure squeaky. Zed Estate, how long has the bagel level been active? The end of last year, I think. I think it was the end of the year 2020. No, was it the end of 2021 or the end of 2022? I can't remember now. Some of you will know. You'll have that info for me. JR, Alberta, when you get a chance, I asked you another question on Discord. Alberta, okay, got it. JR, I have 2,100. Sorry, I have 21,000 SoFi, Uncle Bruce. Does that change the answer you just gave about SoFi? I would not write on SoFi right now. I just wait this thing up, wait it for the run up, and then write and enjoy life, man. You're going to be writing 210 contracts at a time, bringing in $2 a pop. What's that? 42 grand coming in. Keep maybe 25 of it, give the rest back, and write rollovers. Oh man, you're going to be uncontrollable. I love this. B Tizzle, what do you think about selling cash secured puts on SoFi? No, I don't think so. Mirko, I bet the question is some technical advice on pile dancing. That's what it is. Beach Boy, Alberto, and Bagel Crunching. Yoko torturing, pimp outfit, sporting. Man, this guy. Hi, Auntie Jen.
Well, they got you nailed down.
Oh, they figured me out to a T. They know me like a $2 bill. Oh man, how you doing, Auntie Jen?
I'm good. Does anybody still circulate $2 bills?
The United States has them.
Oh, do they? Have I ever seen one?
I have one, but not with me, but in storage. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The other thing you don't see very often here is their $1 coin.
Yeah, the Susan B. Anthony's, or
Sacagaweas.
Oh, Sacagawea, yeah. The United States just hasn't taken the leap to get rid of the $1 bill.
Yeah.
And go to coins like every other democracy in the world. Canada.
If you want to use the coin, you got to get rid of the bill.
Britain, Germany, the euros. I mean, they've gotten rid of 1s and 2s and 5s. I mean, there are basically, Canada still has $5 bills. We're waiting for them to put a sockeye salmon on a $5 coin and call it a fin. It'll be a fin, $5. But right now we have $1 and $2 coins in Canada, and in Europe they have the 1s, the 2s. I know in certain countries like Switzerland they have 5 francs.
Yeah, 10 francs.
10 francs? Okay. I don't remember that, but 5 I remember. Britain, the UK has $5. No, they have 1 and 2s. I don't know if they have 5s. I think they have paper for 5s. But it's evolving. But America, what can I say? Manager, hey, Kathy, can you stop buying coin, please? Alex, Mirko, it's all in the hips, Mirko, Alex, of course, where else should it be? JR, Drew, we have tested and have partooken the Kool-Aid. Grape, I believe, laughing out loud.
They're
drinking the Kool-Aid. Alberto, Beach Boy, facts. Thanks. Laugh out loud, Beach Boy. Mirko, both you and Shakira. Mirko, I'm not sure what's going on here. Mirko, Beach Boy, Shakira has nothing on me. You won't believe. Mirko, Beach Boy, Mirko, keep talking like that, and I'm sending SWAT to your doorstep. Constantine, thumbs up, number 145. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Beach Boy with pizza, of course. Splair, 6 there at 89 cents. Are we still following it? Yes, but I wonder what's the downside here. What's going on? Mirko, Beach Boy, I have to be quiet now. I think the mass Mossad is already coming down my street. JR, how are things going over there, Beach Boy? Booby, JR, boy, my stupid fast fingers. Sorry. Oscar, number 147, thumbs up. Mirko, Beach Boy, not sure about the pizza. I think they have falafels in their hands. Alex, Mirko, smiling. Beach Boy, JR, and Mirko, for times like this, we have humor. Octavio, anyone know which broker allows you to write covered calls on your IRA? Anybody want to answer that question for Octavio? Mirko, Beach Boy, sometimes that's all we got left if the world around us is just crapping out. Lame duck, I dropped my taxes off to the tax man who had my 401 in Woodbury. I went to TDA last year. I asked him how the stock market was doing. He said pretty good. I said my portfolio was down, but made $23,000 cash and built my shares to over 14,000 shares. I told him to give me a call after tax season. I wonder if he's going to call.
He's gonna probably go,
What? JR Beach Boy, thanks for that example and encouragement. And to think I get stressed out just because of some numbers in my bank account change. My life is in no danger, so I have first world problems, financial mischief. I'm thinking about picking up a couple of leaps on HPQ December 25. 15s. My stink bid is in at 12.20. What are your thoughts, Uncle Bruce? HPQ is sitting at 27.42. You get them at that. That's less than book value. Yeah, I grab those. Beach Boy. Anyone from London, by the way, seems you got our BI problem for the weekend. Please help him. BB. Oh yeah, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is in London right now. Yeah, he's your problem now. Lame Duck did that. Yeah, really Splair. Good morning, Jen. Mandu. Good morning, Angie Jen. There's where I finally caught the messages up to when Auntie Jen showed up. Zeta State Wing 21-month green bar. JR. By the way, it has been a pleasure knowing that I've been part of making Auntie Jen's life a little less painful. Glad to hear she's getting another hip. We will be there to love and support again. I've mentioned how the dough for the other hip is in the bank. That's right. Beach Boy Jen, save us. Zed Canada got rid of pennies.
Oh no, you created this monster.
Yeah. Canada got rid of pennies and have jars and jars of pennies. That's true. Spicy. Do you? Is it hard to pack your wallet with points? Says Spicy. Spicy coins. Is it hard to pack it with coins? Good morning, Auntie Jen from Zeta State Splair. In Germany, we have €5 papers. In Poland, there are 5 Zalewski coins, but you need 2 or 3 of them to get a single Big Mac. Cindy, yes, I sell in my IRA. Jamie, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Oh, yeah, you can write in your IRA, and you can also, I think some are doing poor man covered calls in their IRA. I'm not sure. Octavio, I can write on my Roth in Tasty Trade. Don't know about other types of retirement accounts. Cindy B, I cannot write poor man covered calls, says Cindy. Manager, all brokers allow option trading in IRAs. Splair, and are we still thinking Tesla goes today to 180? George, just paid $12.50 for a call. Sold a $19 June 19 for $5.30 on it. Giddy up. Octavio, manager, I tried writing on my Roth IRA with Fidelity, but I said I couldn't do that in that account. John Anderson, good morning, Jen. Octavio, Altai Tasty Trade. John. Octavio, good morning. Thank you all. Zeta State, GameStop, $22.90 right now. GameStop is at $22.82, up 24 cents. Constantine, I write poor man cover calls in my Roth with TD Ameritrade. There you go. JR, I also do per my cover call in my Roth, but it has to be 2 different transactions, and it has to have at least $25,000 in capital. Zeta State, RSP, and TFSA can't write poor man covered calls, but you can write covered calls. George Sebastian, correction, 12.90. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. We're down 176 on the Dow. We're up 17 on GameStop. We're down 1.5 on ATIP. SoFi is unchanged. Tesla down $1.82, Apple up 18 cents, and Unity up 27 cents. There we go.
You think in the RSP and the TSFAs that you'd be able to do a poor man, just don't call it that. That I don't see why you can't buy calls and then.
No, you need a margin account. You have to have a margin account to do poor man covered call trading, and you can't have a margin account with an RSP.
No.
So an RSP cannot be leveraged on margin.
But why do I need a margin account? We can probably do this offline. But
you need a margin account because if you get exercised, you're short the stock and you're borrowing the money to hold a short position. But the money that you need just was given to you by the fact that you were exercised.
Right.
But you have to have margin for the broker to be able to borrow against your account for the short position that you might eliminate the next day anyway. You can't do that with retirement accounts. You can't leverage retirement accounts like that. So, but again, it depends on the firm you're with. In America, it's different than Canada. It's different in Britain. It's different in Germany. Everywhere. It's all over the place, all screwed up different. So you got to talk to your own broker and your own financial advisor or tax advisor as to what to do.
Yeah. Over $23.
$22.94, $22.92.
$23.02.
What?
On your base stuff.
Oh, I got a 23 here. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it did do that. Let's see.
Nice if you decide to hang around the 23 instead of 20.
Financial mischief. I can write poor man cover calls on both my Roth and traditional IRA through E-Trade. JR, off to the showers for another sub day. Wish me luck. Right on, buddy. Wing Commander. Uncle Bruce missed my milestone again. Well, hang on. I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to read a million comments. And you guys are doing all these milestones. It's not easy for me. Thank you, Wing Commander. Here it is. My poor computer's having trouble keeping up. Uncle Bruce, you have changed my life.
Oh.
Listen to this old balding dude, and you listen to this old balding dude. He will change yours if you're willing to invest the time and learn. Thank you, Wing Commander. Member for 21 months, gold bagel level. Thank you, Wing Commander, and all of you who do these announcements. I appreciate it. We did have earlier today. I don't know if my computer will give me this. Jen, Moon Shadow, 24 months, by the way. Thank you, Moon Shadow. And thank you. Where are my here? Let's go back. Dude made a donation of $20 today.
Nice.
Beach Boy made a donation of 60 shekels today.
Thank you.
And Alberto started it all off with a donation of $19.99 today. So there you go.
There you go.
Pretty cool
Way to
bean
go,
stuff.
Alberto.
You guys are awesome. All three of you guys, thank you. And anyone else, thank you all. We do appreciate it. We went out last night for a high-end luxury dinner.
Well, we hadn't been there for a while.
That's right. Jen and I went out. We
We
went out to one of our favorite establishments for a fabulous dinner, which ended up costing us $14.40 odd cents. In-N-Out, went with In-N-Out Burger and had a lovely dinner last night at In-N-Out. Sitting there going, can you imagine? Can you believe it? We're sitting in Rancho Mirage, California at In-N-Out because of the viewers of this channel.
That's right.
I mean, and out in the parking lot, there's a Tesla over there that we drive. Are you kidding me? This is pretty good.
New hip that I walk
and there's a new hip
back.
that she's walking on without a cane or a walker or anything now. Yeah, babies.
I know. It's in everything I hope to.
And she got her knees injected last week, and there's
Yeah.
no pain now in the knees. No pain in the knees to walk. Gotta love that. It's all good stuff. Anyway, there it is. Lame Duck. I can write poor man cover calls on my retirement account in TDA. You have to go and do some classes. Wing Commander, this is what I get for heaping praise. Financial, don't feel bad. Mine was missed as well. Mirko, JR, good luck.
That's
Mirko,
my
I
fault
wish you
for
all the
coming in.
best. JR, Mirko, confused. Franz, is it time to pull the plug on CYXT? Zed, I wish BC had an In-N-Out burger. We wish anywhere in Canada there were In-N-Out burgers. Anywhere in Canada. That would be nice, but not yet. Yeah.
It does. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just watching the last rock.
She's watching curling right now. Is it the Canadian girls?
Yes, we're playing Norway.
And how are they doing?
Norway has not had a good Bonspiel, but they're very good. Norway's a very good team, and they just they lost 5 in a row earlier this week for some reason.
How are the Canadian girls doing in this game?
We are down 4-2. We have last rock, and now I have the circle of death, so
Oh, no.
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me. Okay, so there you go. So the Canadian gals are not lighting it up either. They're winning more than they're losing.
Non-circle of death.
It's not.
We do.
It's not great. It's not great.
It's not great. But
If-
we won earlier today. We really need to win this one. We would really like to be in second place so we get a bye. So our poor pregnant woman can put her feet up.
That's what it's all about, you know.
That's what it's all
the
about.
pregnant team members. Got to look after the
Okay, I
pregnant
gotta
girls.
go turn on the TV.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Have a nice weekend.
That's right. It's Friday. Option Friday.
Yeah.
Go Rugman.
Bye.
See ya. Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. The gals are curling, and Auntie Jen is watching it. That's what is happening. The Dow is off 150 at the moment. We've got GameStop ahead, 26 cents, 28 cents, 22.86. We're down on ATIP. We're down on SoFi. We're down on Tesla. We're up on Apple. We're up on Unity. The S&P is down 18. The Nasdaq's down 50. We have improved a lot since the opening, though. The Dow was off more than 1%, and we're now only down 0.49 of a point. But is this just a partial recovery and then we go lower? I don't know. Who wants to be long this weekend? And this is option expiry day, so we're going to get a lot of, volatility. Bruce, get yourself a quarter pounder with cheese. Thank you. Who was that? Someone made a donation on PayPal here. Thank you. Thank you, Anton. Get yourself a quarter pounder with cheese. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you all. That's all good. Might end up at Carl's Jr., but you know what? It's all good. Thank you. I love these messages on PayPal too. Thank you all. You guys are too kind. All right. What is going on? The 2-year Treasury yield drops further to the lowest level of the year as traders assess latest signs of bank stress. That is what is being talked about over there. The bond market is its own separate world, as is the options market and the stock market. And there are issues over there. The 10-year Treasury is at 3.36%. Yuck. That is way down. And you might say, well, that's good, isn't it, Bruce? I mean, the 10-year is way down. That's great, isn't it? Yeah, that's a sign of issues. There's money fleeing into American dollars, and it's fleeing into U.S. Treasuries for safety's sake. And that is an issue that you have to be careful about. The 2-year note is at 3.72%. It was 5.1% 2.5 weeks ago. It's now 3.7. That's how much cash is fleeing into U.S. Treasuries. And that's coming out of banks. That's coming out of investment funds. That's coming out of all kinds of other investments, causing issues out there. That is why we have this market doing what it's doing. It's most interesting to say the least. GameStop is holding a 7 cent gain at 22.65. It is backing up a little bit right now. The high of the day for GameStop, 23.35. The low of 22.26. We're now 22.65. We topped out first 15 minutes of the day, and then we came down, came back up, but couldn't hit a new high, and now we're coming off. We're only at 4 cents now on GameStop as GameStop begins to back up yet again. That is the deal. Headline, Social Security is facing big trouble. You got any ideas? You know what the idea is in France to solve their Social Security problem? Raise the retirement age from 62 to 64, make people work 2 extra years to pay into the system and not allow them to take money out until at least 64. That keeps several million people out of the Social Security system for 2 years by making them pay in for 2 more before they can start taking out. That is billions, tens of billions of dollars differential instantly. And they're rioting in the streets in Paris. The U.S. solution maybe would be to go from 65 to 70 or 72 and add 5 years to Americans' right to access Social Security. Can you imagine the kerfuffle that is going to cause? I don't know why the Republicans actually want to play that game, because their core voters are seniors. Don't know why they'd want to play this game. It's going to shove senior voters over to the Democratic ticket if they say, we're not going to mess with the Social Security, the $65 window. What about that? The other window that's being talked about is raising the age of Medicare from 60 to 65 as well. That's another way to save a lot of money. People have to pay into Medicare for 5 more years before they get blanket coverage. That would save trillions of dollars for the American taxpayer as a whole, but it would crush a whole bunch of 60 to 65-year-olds in the meantime. And it would probably cause bankruptcies all over the place, because how many seniors, people 55 and older, are hanging on to turn 60 to then get Medicare for the rest of their lives. And now to be denied that for 5 more years, how many millions are we talking about that would not have it? That would cause huge problems. These are the talking points in the Republican Party. Sorry, but that's their talking points. How they have a popularity, I don't know. Anyway, there it is. Bobby is saying, we think I need the PM's wife to challenge the American First Lady in a curling match. That's what we need right now. TJ, I agree. They haven't done well this tournament. The Canadians are not doing well. Manager, I will wait for another opportunity to cover coin right now. Kathy is in a buying mood. Maybe I'll short more for another down wave, says manager. Splayer, in case anyone is leaving earlier, I'm still lurking. Then have a good weekend, everybody. Golf Mom, we were just across the street from In-N-Out at Cheesecake Factory for dinner last night. Hi, Andy, Jen. Still looking forward to a lesson on curling rules over some beers. There you go. That guy, Lame Duck, did you have to go through the whole 7 or 9 hours of classes on TD? Mirko, if Biden has to use the broom against Trudeau, there will be a clear winner. Zeta State, a GameStop, 22.57, just went red. It did. It's now 22.66, but it had been in the red for a moment as we hit newer, well, not newer lows, but we definitely went into negative territory. 22.64, up 6 cents on GameStop. Volume on GameStop right now is 1.9 million shares. Very, very much quieter, much quieter than the last few days by a country mile. Dow's down 178, 19-point drop on S&P, and Nasdaq down about 60 at the moment. SoFi 574 down 4 cents, Tesla down 187, Apple up 8, Unity up 31, HPQ down 23 cents. First Republic Bank 12.27 down 26 cents, Google down 79 cents, Moderna 150.106 up 164. Costco down 12 cents, Pfizer down 19, IBM up 37 cents, Microsoft down 39, ME down 1.5, Matterport up a nickel, Sextera down a half a penny at 89.1. I don't know why it's down here. Rocket Lab down 9 cents, SmartRent up 14 to 248, Spire down 3 to 68, and Bed Bath Beyond up 2 pennies to 80 cents. Amazon down 146, Home Depot down 110, Netflix up another 730, Vanik up down 280, Adobe up $2 right now, Goldman down 739 a share, Boeing down 284, Facebook Meta up 58 cents but falling, AMC down 1/10 of a penny, Ape down 9/10 of a penny, Royal Caribbean down $1 to 60.75. Carvana down 8, Robinhood down 4, Bed Bath, BlackBerry up 1.5, Norwegian down 22 cents, Carnival down 7, Target down 251, JP Morgan down 269, Costco up 184, Walmart up $1.48, Disney down $2 to 93.75, Nvidia down 366, American Airlines down 11 to 13.52. And over at Coinbase, Coin 67.59 up $1.29. Right now, in the last few days, March 21, it was 84.40, and here we are, the 24th. We're off substantially, so we've lost in 3 days from 84 in 2 days from 84 to 67.80 already on this stock. Not looking good. SEC is after these guys regarding crypto trading. I don't know what the future is for Coinbase. Former Wall Street darling IPO is what this was. Unbelievable. I've just received a PayPal donation here to get a burger and a bagel. Holy moly macaroni. Let's see what this says here. Thank you so much for these PayPal donations. So you guys are awesome. Andrew, thank you. I'm getting in on this too. Here's a burger for you or a bagel for you. Thank you, Andrew from Youngstown, New York. You are awesome, pal. Appreciate it. I'll let Jen know that we can go out again if we want. You gotta love this. Life is good. When burger money comes in, you gotta love that. Thank you, everybody. Love them burgers. All right. Thank you, those of you who have been notifying us how long you've been members of this channel, like Wing Commander and like Karim and Financial Mischief and Moon Shadow. All of you who have been putting out those green banners, Beach Boy. Those of you who've been making super chat donations today, thank you for those. Of course, Alberto, Beach Boy, Dude, you guys are awesome. Thank you all so very much. We have 157 thumbs ups. Thank you for those. We are happy to see those. BW, there's just no volume on, and open interest on GameStop to roll anything that's closer to expiration has super high premiums, and anything to roll out, there's nothing but makes up for the premiums lost. BW, I know Uncle Bruce just sit and fold arms, so sometimes folding kind of sucks. Manager, Uncle Bruce, a question. I'm short on Netflix and will hold on and add more when it peaks. Many analysts have upped their target to 405. I'm going to short more at 405. I hear you, buddy. Lame duck. That guy is it was about 4 to 5 hours. Just go through the classes for the answer to that TDE thing on those classes for that guy. That question right there. It was about 4 to 5 hours of classes as far as lame duck is saying. So there you go. There's an answer for you right there. Dow Jones down 189. GameStop holding a 16-cent gain now, 22.74, trying another rally, but failing. It's not going higher. It's going lower. Lower highs, lower lows seem to be the pattern here. I don't know for sure, but that's what I'm seeing for the first now 46 minutes on GameStop. Let's see how this works out. SoFi down 3 cents. Tesla 191.04 down 118. Apple now negative, down 2 cents. There you go. We have a little pushback going on, little negativity coming through. All right, everybody. There it is. What can I say? Let's see. What's this all about? What's going on here? Looks like the party is over in Las Vegas for Kiss rocker Gene Simmons. Story coming out that he has sold his glitzy house for $11 million. Let's see. It says that Mr. Simmons hadn't quite owned the home for 2 years, acquiring it in May 2021 for $8.2 million. Then he bought the adjacent parcel of land where he planted more than 100 trees for another $2.6 million for a total of $10.8 million, making his returns on diminutive $200,000 at this point. The bassist and singer with the Demons stage persona moved to Nevada for tax benefits, but his family was less keen on the idea, he told TMZ, which first reported the sale. My family doesn't want to go there, said the rocker, who's married to actress Shannon Tweed. They're not going to put up with the heat, and down the street there's strippers and stuff like that. They don't want to deal with any of that. There you go. So the 11,000 square foot house has been sold, and I guess he's just not in it. He's now 73 years old, Mr. Simmons. Wow. He first listed the house in October 21 for $14.9 million. What can I say? There you have it. 73. We're all getting older, and I hate it. I hate that part. Paul McCartney is over 80. Can you believe it? Ringo is over 80. Can you believe it? I just wow. I just was noticing Huey Lewis from Huey Lewis and News. He's 73 now. Yikes. Yikes, man. I don't like it. I don't like when these guys get this old. It's not good. They're not getting younger. That's what's bothering me. They're not getting younger. Zeta State Pulse Guitar 11-month member, green bar, Bruce. There's a green bar. There it is. Pulse Guitar, Ryan Jarningen, member for 11 months. Uncle Bruce up to 7 GameStop contracts and 2 First Republic contracts. Way to go, Pulse Guitar. You're getting larger and larger and larger and larger. This is awesome, man. Thank you, my friend, for the update. Lame Duck on Bruce, I have 19K expiring today. I was thinking about letting it get exercised and use the money for poor man covered calls. Lame Duck, I have 19K expiring today. 12. Again, I'm not sure what that means. But I get you. JR, Uncle Bruce, have to get this off before I have to leave. Vilbus painting hundreds of trees in Vegas. Kiss that money goodbye. Lame Duck, I hate losing the book value. BW, is it just me, or does it seem that no matter what call I write for GameStop, whenever looking to roll, it is the one call that seems to have the highest premium of anything out there? Anyone else is the same? Manager, I shorted some coin to up my average. Bring it on, Kathy. JR, would it be okay if I started a chain called Something Burger? If we use your cartoon likeness holding a burger instead of a bagel, I think we could make some bank, okay? $2 super sticker. What did we get? I started a chain called Something Burger, whatever you like, buddy. Lame Duck, 19 strike price. Oh, I see. You're doing it's a $19 GameStop strike price, and then you're going to get cash, and then you're going to take the cash and buy Poor Man Deep in the Money calls, and then write on those. I see where you're going. I see what you're saying. Yeah, can do that. Yeah, okay. JR, I'm still at 5 months, but here is $2 for letting me say so again. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. $2 for the super sticker. We love that. Bring them on, I say. Cool, says the super sticker. Giddy up, babes. Thank you all for everything you guys do for us. We appreciate it. Please make tons of money out there, kids. Please make a lot of money. Splair, I have this feeling after rolling up 1 or 2 times myself. This market is this market. Sometimes you just fold your arms and let the market come to you. We're only up 3 cents on GameStop. 22.60. We're now 22.59, only up a penny. We're not going anywhere here. The Dow's down 226. This stock drops to $20 today. A whole bunch of you guys with your options are going to be in a whole better mood than you are now. That is for sure. What else is going on? Uncle Manager, I have millions in dollars. I have millions in cents. JR, I'm still at 5 months, but here's $2. Thank you, JR. I have this feeling after rolling up 1 or 2 times. BW, that guy, you cannot use margin in an IRA. So you have to take training in their eyes that lets them know you have trained and understand the risk of options in an IRA. It's cover your ass for them if you lose money. Manager, Splayer, Manager, that's a good one. Right on. There you go. We're down 2 cents on, we're down 8 cents on GameStop. 22.51. The low is 22.26. Will we hit a lower low today? 22.45 now on GameStop, down 13 cents. Okay, that's where we're at the moment, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Are there still American pennies? Yes, there are. There are still American pennies. Unbelievable. We're down 263 on the Dow. We're falling faster. We're down to 245, 249 on GameStop. We're off 1.3 on ATIP. We're on SoFi. We're down 8 cents. Tesla down 240 to 189.80. Apple at 158.40, down 52 cents. Unity holding a 21-cent gain at 29.38. HPQ down 32. First Republic down 19. Google down 82. Moderna down up 168. Cisco down 19. Pfizer down 22. We've got the S&P down 26 and NASDAQ down 79, falling again right now. There it is, 22.48 to 22.52 on GameStop right now. IBM is up 44, Microsoft down 51, ME down 2, Matterport up 5.5. SmartRent up 17 to 251 today. Amazon down 150, Home Depot down 130, Netflix still up 650, Vanik down 420, Adobe only up 190 now, falling. Goldman down 750, Boeing down 310 and dropping more. We're going down on a number of stocks here. Target down 280, JP Morgan down 299. We got Disney down 230, Nvidia down 590 now, going lower. And coin at 43-cent gain, falling off again now, starting to fall off. There's the story. 236 drop on the Dow. We're at 22.50, 22.47 on GameStop, down about 8 to 11 cents right now on that one. Okay, everyone, that's what's going on. Susan shops about, yes, premium's not making up for cost to buy back, but you can move up on strike price. I rolled my GameStop August 20 strike that I had received 5 and I bought back for $6.50 and rolled in December 25 strike for $5.50, moving up $5 in strike for $1. Good move. Those 25s will drop as this stock backs off. They'll drop fast. Lame duck, the copper is worth more than the penny. Financial mischief. Andrew, I don't have millions of dollars and I have no sense. There you go. There's an admission right there. Okay. Oil down 114 a barrel, still at 68.82. We've been down into the 67 range today on oil. So it's a volatile day today. It's option expiry Friday. So you're going to see volatility all day today. Get used to it. It's nothing personal. It's not, no one's against you out there, by the way. Anyway, there you go. BW, and since you can't use margin to self-direct IRA, that means they're going to start liquidating other assets in your IRA versus using margin that is not available for your other assets are at risk. Hector, Financial Mischief, laughing out loud. Wing Commander, I sold cash secured puts on FRC Strike 11 expiry today for 80 cents yesterday. These are down to 25 cents already. That guy, BW, got it. I'm actually trying to do this on a standard margin account, non-IRA, but I believe you have to take some classes as well in order to do poor man covered calls. Wing Commander also just sold cash secured puts for next week. Strike $10 for $2.20. Okay, Drew, I'm debating rolling my September 17s to either January 1750s for a $1 premium or January 1875s for 45 cents. What are your thoughts? There you go. So right now, 22.59. I like the idea of 1875s. I like the idea of higher strike. Would be better. Even 19s or 20s would be even better. The closer to the market, the better, because the next $2 drop is coming right at you, putting you out of the money very quickly, and that's what you want. Lame duck, I have enough. I have margin in my retirement account, TDA, apparently, TD Ameritrade. Again, folks, each firm is different. I can't speak for them. I can't explain them. I can't justify them. They're all unique unto themselves. You have to figure out where you're comfortable with your trading and their rules, and you got to go that way. That's it. Not much more I can say about that. Okay, let's see. Fed's Bullard calls collapse of Silicon Valley Bank a quirky situation, and regulators have tools to handle the fallout from it. There you go. Trying to calm the markets. Anyway, there you go. That's the story. Hector, Uncle Bruce, I sent an email last week regarding joining Discord. Did you receive the email? I'm sure I did, but resend it right away. I try to get back to these after these shows. Sometimes they slip through the cracks. Sometimes email comes through as junk mail, and I miss it. Just try it again, and I'll do my best to get you linked, okay? Alberto, I don't ever use margin. There you go. Rock and roll, Alberto. Way to go, pal. Tesla 190.89 down 133. Apple 158.76 down 17. SoFi down 3 cents. GameStop 22.62 up 4. Hanging on. The Dow down 139. Tiff, Hector, just post me your Discord ID. DQ, Hector Salamanca just hit me at DQ number 5164 on Discord. Manager, it would be fun to make a Kathy Wood short fund which shorts what Kathy buys in. There you go. Tiff, or direct message DQ with his IDS, says Tiff. Hector, Tiff, gracias. There you go. Everyone's taking care of everybody else. Very good stuff, everybody. Congrats. We're up 9 on GameStop, 22.66. The stock is reluctant to go lower, which is always a good thing, keeping you guys richer rather than back to $15 a share. It's holding at 22 at the moment. Volume today, 2.24 million. Not enough to maintain this level. We need more volume than this. This is 550,000 pre-split. Not very good. So we'll see if this lasts. So far, it's doing all right, but it ain't over. The day ain't over. Cindy B. Alberto, so smart. I do and have really got myself into some stuff. Lame duck, I like my retirement account. I only pay taxes when I pull money out of it. No IL taxes, just 15% federal. Richard, neat. Pulse Guitar, neat. The attack has begun. Between Richard and Pulse Guitar on the knee emoji attack, there is an attack happening right now between those guys. Drew, thanks for the feedback. Stink bid is set. Alberto, Birdie, Cindy B, love you. Fantastic. Thank you all so much for being part of this great community of followers. 196 of you are still here. Can't shake you. Love you. 2 hours have come and gone just about. Look at that. Illinois, and no state tax in Illinois, says Lame Duck. Zeta State, bye everybody. See you all on Monday, says Zeta State. Rock and roll, folks. Near the end of our show today. Congratulations, all of you making money in this market. I love it. Thank you all for donations today. Thank you, those of you who have renewed your memberships today. Thank you, those who have let us know how long you've been a member here today. Thank you for that. Thank you for the knee emoji attacks. The knee emojis are here to protect you and make your markets even better. Neat, neat, neat. Absolutely. Neat, 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 neat. There's no stopping the knee emoji attack. Giddy up. Thank you all for being part of the family here with Stock Markets with Bruce. I do appreciate it very much. Blair, before we're offline, have a relaxed, enjoyable weekend, you all. I can't wait to catch every weekend on Monday. You're all the best working community. Neat, neat, neat. Blair, neat, 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 neat. Thumbs ups as well. We have thumbs ups now. 165 at the 2-hour mark. If any of you could throw a thumbs up together, hit that thumbs up button for me, and let's get it as close to 200 as possible. I know the folks on Rerun will get us over the top. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Each and every way you help us out, it is so appreciated. Thank you very much. Lame Duck, neat, neat, neat. Hector, neat, 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 neat. DQ, Cindy B, amen. There you go. Down 90 on the Dow, down 78. The Dow's trying to get a little better. Hector, have a great weekend. Bama, babe. Neat, 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 neat. GameStop up 17. SoFi down 1 penny. Tesla down 114. Apple up 6 cents. It's option expiry Friday, everybody. Welcome to the party all. Pulse Guitar, FRC premiums are stupid great, even a month out in time. $4 to $4.50, $5 spread on a $13 strike right now. That stock is sitting at $12.48, and you can write 13s with a $4.50, $5 premium. You got to just be gamblers to be into that FRC, though. That is the dealio right there. Quite amazing. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Neat, 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 neat. Thank you, John Anderson, for being here today. Great to have you around, as always. Thank you, those of you who have been backing up the channel here. I'm trying to get my channel to upload on YouTube. It's frozen shut over here. It works on Splair, but it's not working on my computer over here. It's so weird. Pulse Guitar, neat, 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 neat. Susan Shops About, Bruce, I really miss your 3 p.m. show. Will you reconsider coming back for end of the day recaps? I've been looking into all kinds of ideas, thoughts, what have you. I'm thinking about having 6-on-1s from time to time. I've been curious if any of you are interested on a 6-on-1, perhaps. Maybe do one of those once a week. Been thinking about maybe doing short videos about recaps. I'm just not sure. I'm going to take the weekend to kind of think it over. I've left time open for people who want one-on-ones because with these volatile markets, more people want to have one-on-one sessions, and I'm open for those. And so you just have to kind of let me work it through and figure it out, plus how much sleep I can get and how much rest I need and everything else. Lame Duck, at least come back on Friday. I mean, come on. Man, oh man. Tesla down 109, Apple up a penny, Unity up 46, HPQ down 19, First Republic down 12 cents, Google down 35 cents. We're down 102 on the Dow. GameStop up a nickel. Just can't go anywhere today. That's what it looks like. But will there be an afternoon swoon? Will we have a sell-off this afternoon to close out the week? We're going to find out. I love the shorts, says Lame Duck. By the way, Bruce, the today's background show was great. Did you like that? I'll show you the background. Would you like to know what the background looks like? I was looking at some ideas about backgrounds. Let's see. How can I do that? Can I do that here? Oh, yeah, I can do that here. I wonder if I can do it on the fly. How about this background right here? Here you go. Would you like that background? The problem is you see the picture behind my head and you see how my head digitizes and see the chair behind me. If I move, see, now if I don't move and I just stay still, it's kind of goofy looking. You see what I'm saying? It looks kind of goofy. I don't know what to think. Or how about this background here, the New York Stock Exchange background with more dark colors. You don't see all the dark stuff behind me. It's kind of goofy, don't you think? I don't know what this is. This is some kind of a nice house background. I could say that this is my Palm Desert getaway home for the winter, and there's my background right there. Would you like that? Or I could be at the comedy club and I could go, hey, how is it going, everybody? Why did the chicken cross the road to get the other side? I don't know. Just, I got all these options. I've got all these choices that I can play with. Anyway, right now I'm just using these right here. Splair, yeah, Friday seemed to be the most important day. Splair, yeah, the other one was much better. Lame duck, maybe some pile dancers behind you. Maybe that's an idea, or a crooked lamp or something like that. That's my house, says Lame Duck. Wait a minute, how'd you get in my house, DQ? I can absolutely give you an Alberto background. Splair, I thought shortly that you're New York until I realized nothing was moving there. Okay, Rim, so you're actually still in Calgary, aren't you? You're still in Creston. That's where you really are. You're still in Creston. You're not fooling us. Yeah, you haven't gone anywhere. We're down 137 on the Dow. We're down a penny on GameStop, the 22.57. SoFi down a nickel. Tesla down 176. Apple down 17 cents. Uncle Bruce, the mountains in the distance covered in the wonderful snowpack, as a backdrop manager. Uncle Bruce, that you plan on doing one-on-ones as needed, meaning when there is a need by us, then you do the one-on-one, or you keep the 3 p.m. show. I don't want to be committing to a 3 p.m. show every day, 5 days a week. I don't want to commit to that. I'm pretty tired. It is not a mega watched show. It's watched, but it is not my number one mega watch show, and it is a draining event. And it definitely ties me up dramatically. Whereas if I can pop up a video here and there when necessary, that gives me freedom and gives me a little more of a life. But, one-on-ones are available. If you guys want a one-on-one, you send me an email, and I will find the time to get you looked after. All right. That's the story of a lovely lady. What else is going on here? Thank you from Bobby Atkinson. Thank you for this donation on PayPal. Here's the tip for the extremely large dinner you're going to have this weekend. Oh, here's the tip for the dinner you're going to have. Thank you very much for tip money, my friend. We can always use tip money, no doubt about that. Tips and tolls, And thank you, Andrew, for that burger or bagel donation. I appreciate that earlier that you made. Thank you also to Anton for the donation earlier today for another Berg. These PayPal donations, they are very handy, and they're the best. Thank you, guys. They are absolutely the best. Alrighty, we are at 179 thumbs ups now. Thank you, guys, for getting me this close to 200 thumbs ups. Only need 21 more to make 200 today. Thank you for those of you who have been able to hit the thumbs up button for us. I appreciate it. Alberto's laughing his butt off here with DQ. What background should Uncle Bruce have behind him is the question. There you go. I just figured this out last night. Oh, I can do a background. I can do a background behind me. That could work. Maybe I could do all kinds of interesting backgrounds. Where was this virtual background? There we are, right there. Let's take a look at another one. What other virtual background could I have? Here we go. We can have this as a virtual background right here. I could do that. Let's see if that works here. How does this work? Oh yeah, it is one of those. It is one of those that are limited. There's only so much I can do. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to get this to run here. I gotta go. Oh yeah, okay. And I can do that, and I can only do that. I can only do that. So I can do this for a virtual background. See if this works. Let's see. I'm on the fly here, so I don't know. Okay, I can do that. See, and but I can only show you that much of the virtual background. I can't give you the whole thing because the image is too large. The one that this particular one that I have is too big. What else? Virtual background can I give you? Let's see. Oh man, having all kinds of fun here. Looking at all kinds of different backgrounds. Here's a nice background. Could do one of these. This is a nice virtual background that I could show you. What do you think of this one? It's beautiful. If I just have to move out of the way a little bit, if I come over here, look at that. Oh, now there you go. There's a nice looking background. That would be perfect for my Traveling with Bruce channel to talk to the folks about going on a nice little cruise. That'd be a nice little background. Not bad, It's pretty okay. Sunset over there. That's not too shabby. But I like this Palm Desert background. The problem is you can't see it too well. I have to kind of get out of the picture. I mean, you could kind of, hey there, hi there. There's the Palm Desert that I'm used to. That was a couple years ago. That photo has virtually no snow on that mountain back there. And right now, that mountain range there, that one, and that one over there, and way over here, all of us were covered in snow, snow. It is breathtakingly beautiful at this time of year. What's going on? Really cool bean stuff. Anyway, playing with background so we can have all kinds of fun with that. Thank you. Yeah, he's been in Creston the whole time. You guys have figured me out. BW employees at Google have signed a petition calling for better staff treatment during the layoff process after the company announced it was cutting 12,000 jobs per Bloomberg. You're a number, Splair. Is it still useful for Rugman days? JR, I love the Rugman background. Manager, Uncle Bruce, we just got used to the 3 p.m. show that we miss your calming voice when we're in need of advice. Yeah, I've only been doing it for 2 years. I just got used to it. It was fancy anyways that you started wearing the Rugman hoodie since Powell was talking. Hector, the Rugman one is funny. Your head covers the Y, so it appears as oink instead of yoink. JR, tune in to Alberto on Discord at 3 p.m. The pile dancing will calm you down, laughing out loud. Splair, when it's comfortable. The idea now with the palm pick is great. You see, there it is. Nick, hey, Uncle Bruce, can you please straighten the lamp? What lamp? And Hector is already thinking creative. There you go. Alberto, still working on my pile dancing video, coming soon to a Discord near you. There you go. Right on, Alberto. Keep them guessing when it's coming, that's for sure. 186 thumbs ups, 14 away from 200 thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping us out, getting to the 200 thumbs up level. It is much, much appreciated. I'm just refreshing again here. 185, 186 thumbs ups. Fantabulous, everyone. Thank you very, very much. Interesting stuff. There you go. 187. There's another one just coming in. There they go. They're coming through. You guys are awesome. All right. Final countdown, final quotes on the session. Looks like GameStop is approaching the low of the day now. 22.32 last trade, down 26 cents. The Dow is off 190, another down dip. ATIP down 1 penny. SoFi down 5. Tesla's down 226 to 189.96. Apple 158.86, down 7 cents. Unity up 26 cents, now up 23. HPQ down 30. First Republic down 37 cents. Google down 74 cents. Moderna up 216. Cisco down 13. Pfizer down 17. IBM up 42. Microsoft up 16. We've got a mixed bag of quotes here. Down 202 on the Dow, down 21 on S&P, down 66 on NASDAQ. Oil down 125 a barrel. There it is. Everybody, that's the story of a lovely lady, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you all for your kind donations today. A burger fund has been replenished. Jen and I can take a look at going out for some fast food, and we even have some tip money. Thank you. 189 thumbs ups have come through with only 11 required to get to 200. I have a pretty good feeling about my rerun crew. They will get us over 200, no doubt about it. Thank you guys for everything. Appreciate all of your support. Bobby Glare, head glare is blocking the graphic. Just kidding. Deuce Caboose, number 189, 11 for 200. Give it to the old guy. Give the old guy some thumbs ups out there. Thank you for the encouragement, everybody. 22.40 on GameStop right now, down 17, 18, 19 cents a share. And it's option expiry day. So there you have it, everyone. I hope you had a great week, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Make sure if you see anyone that you care deeply about, give them a extra long hug today. You never know when it's the last time. And thank you all so much for supporting this channel every way you guys do it. We love you. Jen and I will see you on Monday. Keep your eyes open, though, for a video at any time about any subject. You never know. And of course, you never know when I go live. For whatever reason, I feel like doing it. There it is. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Splair, Deuce Caboose, Bobby, Alberto, Nick, JR, Hector. Thank you to Manager. Thank you to Alberto, BW. I'm going to miss people. Karim, DQ, Lame Duck. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for all of you. Susan Shops About, Pulse Guitar, John Anderson, of course. Thank you, Bama Babe, DQ. Look at them all. There they are. They're all there. Thank you guys so much. Zed Estate, of course. And Drew, thank you, Drew. Richard, thank you. Cindy B, thank you for being here and being a member. Tiff, thank you for everything. Who else am I saying hi to? Looking at names. Wing Commander, thank you. That guy. Thank you, Financial Mischief. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Who else? Oh, everybody. I can't. There's too many to mention. Thank you all so much for everything. Have a great weekend from Alex. KC, thank you, Uncle Bruce. Spicy. Neat. DQ. He said my name. How about that, DQ? Pittsburgh lives. Okay, everybody. We'll see you. We'll see you later on. GameStop 22.37 going lower. Enjoy, everybody. See you. Bye for now.